EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the New Orleans Saints. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Jameis to throw it. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Now Winston on 4th down. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he is going to have the Saints first down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game planned for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game planned for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston. That one complete to Hill. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain. Ready.
4th down, Winston. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert And that'll keep the drive alive.
That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Winston now to throw on first down. Going deep here for Landry. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jarvis Landry, 39 yards.
And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Well, 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos
at their own 22. Wilson finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes it's done a beauty.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 6-0 our score after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Saints 6, Broncos nothing.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
Now Wilson.
Over the middle, complete to Judy.
So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Now Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Fourth down. Here's Wilson.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, Ingram again.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
On third down, Winston. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And a solid run down inside the 30.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here's Winston.
That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, 29 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Lutz to try to add the PAT.
And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Washington now brings this out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
They go play action now. Wilson.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
Face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Wilson will throw again. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Wilson. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived. and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. There's Wilson to throw. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th, and the Saints will have the football back. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw taken in by Landry. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They give to Ingram up the middle. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 5.
Now Winston. Thomas brings it in. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now we get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Winston. That is caught at the 7-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Broncos' 3-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Washington now brings this out. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Maybe the threat of Russell Wilson running the football there and him handing it off opened a little bit of a lane.
It does, and what also helps, his unselfishness. Because he's not a quarterback who's going to take it every time and pull it from the running back and keep it. He will hand it inside when the reads are correct.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 66 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. This is Gordon as they go to him again. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half, and that trend is continuing here.
The 1st down went the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Wilson going to throw for it. And he is in for the 2 points. And they're back within a score as the lead's cut to 8. And that almost makes it a brand new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's got room. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 20 seconds left in the quarter.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and got the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Broncos 8.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And some room to roam now. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On the ground with a tight end. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 8.
Winston. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's good for another Saints. 1st and goal.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to spend a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought was...
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara taking it in from a yard out. And the Saints have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Washington now brings this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Alontae Taylor drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They're looking to throw this. Winston. That's complete right around the 8. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So this one a victory here for New Orleans, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off.